I can't believe it. Believe it, Sugar Bud. But it's impossible. Princess Twilight says it's impossible. The older mare sat down, sending up wisps of straw. Twilight never tell you the truth of how Starlight became her prodigy, did she? Student, Apple Bloom corrected. Starlight Glimmer is Princess Twilight's student. Oh yeah, right. The older mare nodded. You're all still at that stage, ain't you? Huh? Never mind. She waved a grubby hoof. Time travel stuff. Time travel. Apple Bloom had heard the story of how Princess Twilight once tried to warn her past self of some future woe, but she never had thought it would someday meet her own future self. She was just an earth pony after all, one stunningly talented at potions, but actual spell casting? Did Sweetie Belle? No! Her older self's brow crinkled in the mask of pain. It smoothed out in less than a second. But Apple Bloom recognized the expression from hours of looking at herself in the mirror, wondering whether her parents would have been ashamed of her blank-flanked daughter. She had never seen that expression in 2 years, but she still knew what it was, added wrinkles or not. No, her older self said again, calmer this time. Sweetie Belle didn't cast a spell. I did. For real? Uh-huh. Wow. Apple Bloom hopped down from the hay bale. I gotta go tell Applejack. She's gonna lose her mind when she sees you. Not to mention Big Mac. He might even say the whole sentence in shock. Her older self blinked. Oh my gosh, I forgot about them. How in Celestia's name could I forget they were still... Huh? She shook her head. Never mind. You can't tell them I'm here. I ain't got much time. What? Apple Bloom stared at the weather-beaten mare, wondering what had possessed her to cut her mane so ugly and short. Why in places it looked so shorn? She was like some kind of sheep? And what was that tattoo? I get a tattoo? It slipped out before she could stop it. Her older self instantly clapped a hoof to her neck. Fuck. Apple Bloom's eyes rounded. Even several years after gaining her cutie mark, no pony allowed her to curse like that. Ah, dang it. I should have... Fuck. You weren't supposed to see that. Apple Bloom's stomach tightened at the frustration in her older voice. You ain't here just for a visit, are you? The hoof sagged and fell onto the barn floor with a hollow noise. No, Sugar Bud, I ain't. I'm here to prevent the great tragedy. What? Tears formed at the edges of her older self's eyes. Someday we're gonna get cocky. We're gonna try and prove we're just as good as unicorns at magic. She blinked, sending the tears skidding down to her suited, stained cheeks. It ain't gonna go well. We're gonna hurt someone. Hurt someone important. It ain't gonna have consequences, and we ain't able to deal with it. She opened her eyes, but her focus was somewhere in the middle distance. Consequences no pony can deal with. Not really. We aimed higher than we could reach, and someone else, someone real important, paid the price for arrogance. A ball of tension began to twist up in Apple Bloom's insides. She was suddenly very aware of how far the barn was from the house. So you came back to warn me? Like Princess Twilight came back to warn her past self? Kinda. Apple Bloom took a step back towards the ladder down from the hayloft so she could jump it. Maybe, kinda. Her older self reached into one saddlebag. The other was blackened from the fire damage, too useless to contain anything. She pulled out a long crystalline object with a gently pulsing spear at its tip. I'm sorry, Sugar Bud. I love being you. I loved it very much. I love the you I used to be. But we ain't safe. We're too reckless. I went back so many times, but we always do something. We always hurt or kill someone. So this is the only way to be sure we don't wreck anything for those we are in love. Apple Bloom turned and run. She made it away to the top of the ladder before she heard a cling whooping behind her. When the magical blast hit her, every muscle in her body convulsed. She rear-backed instinctively, trying to get away from the pain. Her mouth opened and a scream never came. And there was no more pain. There were no more muscles or bones, or streaming ribbon trailing from behind her. The battle-scarred the mare watched, and the blackened outline of it faded away. That wasn't for any dust. She liked to think she could feel the timeless shift and break apart. This one was on a better path now. Her exit from it was so sealed she could return to the future. But it would not be the only one left. Her future existed somewhere else in a different timeline. She could no longer access. There ain't no place for a pony like me in this one, she muttered as she turned the crystal wand on herself. Moments later, all that existed of Apple Bloom were quickly dying cheer strains on the hayloft floor and the plaintive voices of her siblings calling for her sister, who would never come home. Hi! Trixie screwed her eyes shut and put her hooves over her ears. Not her again. Anything but that stupid, bald, cheerful fluff. Go away! Nope, nope, nope! The pink blur circled the room twice before coming to a screeching stop in the middle. This place was small enough without her, with a huge personality to fill it up. Hello, Hugs! No! Trixie leapt up from where she had innocently eaten a bowl of cereal. She backed up so far that her tail hit the wall. Get away from me, Trixie, you freak! Aw, that's not very nice, Pinkie Pie pouted. Aren't you glad to see me? She giggled. Except you can't see me with all your eyes shut like that, silly. Come on, Trixie, open those peepers and give me a welcome hug I know you can do. No! Trixie shook her head until the backs of her eyes hurt. Trixie is not glad to see you. Just go away already. Can't you take a hint? Not really. Applejack and Twilight said it all the time. I can take a mint, though. Would you like a mint chocolate chip muffin? I can bake a batch right up. Trixie said, go away. She is not in the mood for this. Trixie? Pinkie's inflection was different this time. Sadder, less bouncy. Is something wrong? Everything was wrong. Everything. Go away. But, Pinkie trailed off. Trixie knew that if she opened her eyes, she would see that stupid poofy mane losing its poof, like some pony had let the air out or something. She pressed her eyelids together. Trixie, plaintive, sorrowful. Please. No, 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 no. You're being mean. Pinkie's voice throbbed at the wounded motion. She was always such a ball of feelings. Everything was bigger than her. Which she contained more happiness, more cheeriness, more happy, happy, happy. All the damn time. She was exhausting. It never ended with her. Even the injury in her voice was now so clear that an arrogant mare like Trixie could read it what it was. Trixie had never been good at emotions. She didn't recognize her own very easily and was terrible at understanding them in other ponies. She was better at blurring feelings under a shiny bright coat of paint that glowed ever so bright and so gaudy that it fooled most ponies into thinking that she knew she was going to do with her life. Except she didn't. Very few had her understanding enough to scratch the pain away. Even fewer had interested enough to keep digging the past sequence and spectacle to find the insecure, vulnerable mare underneath. No pony had ever cared to pull her out from inside the shell she had created for herself. Not even Twilight Sparkle, who had beheadedly accepted Trixie's apology without seeing the screen behind her eyes. Twilight had hugged her and said it was all right, that every pony made mistakes, and then that was that. Like a tug and a few words that would be enough to fix the reasons Trixie had put on magical necklace and tortured the whole town. No pony had asked why they had hurried to forgive her. No pony except stupid Pink Pony, who had chased her when she was already 3 miles outside Ponyville. The stupid pony who had made her talk on the steps of her parked cart, who had held her as she cried, and who had given her the necklace of rock candies whose significance Trixie had not understood until later, when she summoned enough courage to see through the promise come back to Sugar Cube Corner for her own birthday party. You came! Pinkie had yelping with delight when Trixie walked sheepishly through the doors. Streamers had been thrown, cheers and rattles at the rafters. Ponies had slapped their back and welcomed her into the midst. And through all, that stupid Pink Pony kept up the stupid mile-wide grin, like Trixie glancing at her stupid party with her presence was the best thing in the world. Don't open your eyes. Don't open them. Trixie? Pinky whispered. Do you really want me to go away? Yes, Trixie doesn't want you here. Trixie doesn't need you. She could cope on her own. Really? Such a tiny voice from a larger-than-life pony. But I love you. Trixie's chest felt like it was about to implode. No, don't do it. Don't. She opened her eyes. There was no pony there. There had been no any pony in there. Her chest collapsed on itself. Just a wellspring pain bubbled up from where her heart used to be. I love you too, she whispered brokenly, slumping onto the floor of her cart and burying her face as she crossed her forelegs. I'm sorry. I should have come back sooner. I should have said it before I left. I didn't know you were sick. I didn't get your letter. I didn't know. No pony rubbed her back. No pony mopped her tears. No pony presented her with a piece of cake and just a smile. Trixie was alone with just her pain. Just like always. Are we almost pleased with any performance? Yeah, could you stop shouting now? We apologize. We were simply rather thrilled with our evening so far. When you say we, are you speaking for both of us? Oh, sorry, sometimes I still forget myself. Yeah, I get that. I also do wish we can get some painkillers right now. My sweet Rainbow Dash, are you injured? Put it this way, Princess. It is a long, long and lonely 1,000 years on the moon for you, wasn't it? So yeah, I need some painkillers right now. Would I be able to kiss your injuries better? I believe kisses are framed for healing properties in modern age. Princess, if you kiss me again, I'm going to end up more injured. The Queen always won. That was the central tenet of her whole society. Mountains would crumble, seas would rise, and the skies would fall, but the Queen always won. Derpy didn't open her eyes when the door opened. She heard whoever it was cross the floor and come to a halt on the other side of the curtains. If she had possessed the energy to prise up her lids apart, she would have been on her very shallow silhouette against the fabric. Majesty? The mattress creaked. Understand, Captain, that if you do not have an exceedingly good reason for entering my chambers without my permission and disturbing my rest, your head will decorate the castle gibbet. The voice swallowed audibly. Indeed, Majesty, but I bring you news, and you previously stated that if we were to unearth anything about the rebels. Derpy's feathers fluttered in the breeze created by the Queen leaping through the curtains. What news do you have? She demanded in a voice close to a snarl. Our intelligent agents have reported that they will be moving their children to Envoy tomorrow. Since we stopped their supply lines and their tendency in their current location was precocious, we believe that we will use the old tunnel system from the old castle dungeons that runs beneath the forest. You can swear the truth of this? Yes, Majesty. Good. Rally my forces. We attack tonight. No prisoners. I want an example of made one of them of the other rebels who clearly already moved out. I suffer no insubordination, and I do not spare any pony who defies me, not even children. It shall be done, Majesty. The pony departed from the door shut. It took several moments before the curtains moved, and Derpy felt the brush of the dark feathers against her face. Your daughter is among the rebels now, is she not? Her breath ought to have caught in the words. I do hope you said goodbye when you gave her to them. The much larger mare sank into the bed beside Derpy, purring her words almost sultry. Did you think I did not know any of your plans? I know everything. Little Pegasus, I knew you had been sent to assassinate me. I knew the rebels later was hoping you could charm your way to my bedchamber. I knew your pain from the very beginning. Simply served my own needs to have you linger in my bed for a while. I informed you of your own folly. Then again, the shift in weight of the mattress told Derpy the other mare was touching her, but she could not feel it. I think you're always aware of your own folly now. Do I hope I at least come to that conclusion when I snapped your spine? Your morals are so fragile. One simple romp and you're all broken to pieces. Derpy wanted to cry. She wanted to scream. She wanted to leap up and fly away, to warn Applejack and Pinkie Pie to get to the full safety before it was too late. She wanted to hug Dinky one more time. You rebels need to learn what my ponies already do, Nightmare Moon whispered. She leaned in close, her lips touching almost Derpy's ear. Vague pressure was on the either side and the head, and the pulse of magic in her ears signaled the Queen's horn coming to life. I always finish what I start, and I always win. Dink!
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.